TalentSprint. I'm happy to present to you a new series to help you prepare for your AMCAT exams. This video clip is part of our free live class on YouTube where we discuss questions from previous year AMCAT examinations. I hope you will enjoy this video. So let me just share my screen with you. For the topic, the first question for the topic, control statements. This is based on for loop programming construct. So have a look at this particular question and try to answer this question number 14. So once again, I will request everyone that you write the question number while giving the answer. So if you think the option is D, so write say 14D, so that I will know that what is the question that you are answering for. Okay, so I have the first answer. Okay, Chaitanya is answering for question number 13. So Chaitanya, are you answering for 13 or 14? Santosh is also answering for question number 13. So we are on question number 14. So guys, please answer for question number 14. So Anirudh says B, but I'm not clear if it is for question 13 or question 14. So Anirudh says question number 14 B. Okay. Jitendra says question number 14 A. Chaitanya says A. Rakesh says 14 is D. None of these. Okay. Chaitanya again says 14A. Okay. So I have few answers from here. Answers from some guys. Okay. So I'm just going to show you the tip. I think there's not much to show in the tip over here for this question. It's pretty simple. For loop construct is used to iterate over a piece of code. It's a pretty simple tip. If you have done any amount of programming in C, C++ or Java, you must be knowing this particular part. So I'm displaying the question again. Okay. So you guys can take a guess. So Jagpati says 14 is B. Azra Amreen says 14th is A. Pramod says 14th is A. Okay, so I'm going to show the answer to this particular question. So Roja says B, 14th is B. So I'm going to show the answer here. So the answer is A. Okay, so here we simply have to read this particular code snippet like a computer will read it, right? That's as simple as that. Okay, like you think like a computer. So in this for statement, I start from 0 to 10. Okay, so it will run for 10 times. That's pretty clear. Now here we are declaring as well as initializing a variable A with value 99, and then we say A++. So 99 will become A++ means 100, and then this line will print 100, right? Now when the loop will start again, okay, when the loop will start again the value of A is assigned as 99. So now A is not 100. Basically again over here the value of A has become 99. So again over here it will become 100. So this will print 100. Okay. Now the loop will go again. Okay. Once the loop goes up again, now again the value of A becomes 99. Then 100 in the next statement, so it will print 100. This will happen for 10 times, and that is why the answer is A, that it is going to print 100 for 10 times. So this is how it is going to print for 10 times 100. Okay, so that is why the answer is option number A, that this is going to print 100 for 10 times, because we are again and again within the loop, we are reassigning the value of A as 99. Okay, that is why the value of A is being assigned as 99 at all the times in every iteration. That is why it is only going to print 100 in every iteration. Okay, it will not print anything different. So I hope this concept was clear to you, and I'm quickly moving to our next question for control statements. Yeah, so here is the question number 15. Try to read this particular question and answer it. Question number 15. Okay, so I see that one of you guys, Ajay, has asked a question. So Ajay, there is a descriptive answer for the question. So what I'll request you is that you put the question number that you have asked the question for. Okay, so there's some discussion going on for the previous question number 14. So guys, in comments we will not be able to discuss any question subjectively. We can only discuss in options. Okay, so I will answer to your comments. I will try to answer to your comments when we are done with this particular class. Okay, so whatever comments you have, I'm going to answer for those particular comments later on. But right now, just move on to the next question, question number 15, and try to answer this particular question. So I have few answers already for question number 15. Jitendra says B, odd. Chitali says B. Jagpati says A, compilation fails. So Anirudh says B. Chaitanya says B. Okay. I have answers coming for this question from quite a number of guys. Cool. Yeah, so Ajay, I see that you have asked for question number 14. I will actually reply in the comment itself once the class is done. So you may get the reply in a day or two. Right now, just look at the question number 15. So I'm going to show the tip for this particular question, and that should be able to help you solve this particular question. Okay, just very carefully have a look at the tip. Okay, so now that I have displayed the tip, I'm going to show you the question again, and now I would suggest that you relook the question based on what you have learned from the tip. Okay, so Santosh says 15th answer is A after the tip is being displayed. Rakesh says B. Okay, so let me just quickly show the answer. Okay, Ajay is saying thanks. Okay, Ajay, thanks. You're welcome. I'm going to give the answer to you later in the comments. You will get the answer in 1 or 2 days. So right now I'm going to display the answer for question number 15. And the correct answer is A, compilation fails. Now let me just quickly explain why the answer is A. It's pretty simple, as I showed you in this tip, right? So if you see the statement here, if odd, right? So the data type of odd is integer, correct? Now within the if statement, the condition cannot have the data type of integer. It can only have a Boolean data type, right? Either a true or a false. So that is where it is, the program will not move forward. It is simply going to throw compilation error at the second line itself, right? So if you know this particular small concept that in an if condition, you can only have an expression, okay? We can only have an expression which will return a Boolean type, a true or a false, and it cannot return any other type, be it an integer or a double or string, whatever. If you know this particular small concept, just reading the first 2 lines, you will be able to solve this particular question, right? You don't need to actually go and read the entire part. So just you may, if you know the small concept that I showed in the tip, you just need to spend, I think, 10 seconds to figure out that the answer is A, compilation fails. So now you see that these concepts are very, very small, but then they can help you big time when it comes to solving the AMCAT questions, and that is what actually the AMCAT organizers are looking for. That is what the companies are looking for in you, that you are able to use the concepts in a very, very quick and precise manner, right? So as we saw over here, it was a very small concept, and just within 10 seconds we are able to answer this particular question, and we can save a lot of time over here, and we can get that 1 positive mark in AMCAT. So I really hope that you learned something over here, and now we are going to quickly move to our next question, question number 16. So just have a look at this particular question and try to guess the answer. So question 16 here. This one seems a bit tough because there is no compilation error, so there is no error over here. So you'll have to read the code again. You'll have to become a computer, start thinking like a computer, and start compiling the code in your mind and come up with the answer. So that's the trick over here. That's the trick that you need to learn to solve few questions. So guys, do I have some answer for question number 16, or is it too tough for everyone? The question is indeed very challenging. You have to think like a computer here. So Chaitanya has put some comment. So Chaitanya, I won't be able to answer your question in the comment right now, but I'm going to give an answer later on. Okay, once the class is over. Currently, just have a look at the question number 16 that is in front of you. So I have one answer from Ajay. Ajay has processed an answer. So Ajay is the fastest computer, I suppose. So I really hope all you other guys are thinking like a computer, becoming a computer, and trying to figure out the answer here. Ajay is the fastest one. Okay, so for 16th, till now I have only one answer. So there's the next answer from Jitendra, which is A, option A. So Jitendra, I'm hoping really that you are answering for question number 16. So you have not written over there in the comment which question you are answering. So I'm really hoping it's for 16th. Okay, so Jitendra has now written. Cool, thanks Jitendra. Jagapati says B. Okay. Okay, so quite a few of you are processing this. Good, I'm happy to see that. Chaitanya says 16th is C. Okay, so another one. Another answer I got. Good. Aniruddha says C. Okay. So let me just give the tip for this particular question. Okay. Just have a look at this tip, which explains about the two keywords that we are using over here, break and continue. So now that I have displayed the tip, I'm going to display the question again so that you can use the learning from the tip and relook this particular question and try to answer it again. So I have got quite a few number of answers before the tip. Now let's see if I get some more answers. Okay, so I have one more answer from Chaitali. Okay, so guys, I'm going to quickly show the answer of this particular question, and the answer is C. Okay, now let me explain quickly how the answer is C. Okay, so let's go and have a look at how you can think like a computer over here. So here the value of x is initialized as 2 and y is 0. So y value we are simply using in loop. Okay, so now here let's come in the first iteration, y percentile x, which basically means 0 percentile 2 is equals to 0, right? So basically this particular condition is actually true. So there it is going to go inside this thing, inside this if condition, and it is say continue. Now what happens with continue? So continue keyword is actually going to skip all the next statements within this for loop. Okay, so that's how the continue works. Okay, the way continue works is that once you reach continue, it is going to skip all the other statements in that particular loop and do the next iteration. Okay, it will do the next iteration. And how does break work? Let's see how does break work. When you have break, the entire loop itself is terminated. So the flow of the program will actually go out of the loop. Okay, so you use continue when you want to skip the execution only for that one particular iteration and go ahead with the second iteration for the for loop. Okay, that is when you use continue. But you use break to totally get out of the loop. So you just want to halt the execution of the loop then and there and get out of the loop at that particular point of time. That is where the break is used. So again, how this will work is, since this condition is true, when y is equals to 0, this condition is true, it goes to continue, it will skip all of them, then it goes again, then y now becomes 1, correct? Y now becomes 1. Now when y is 1, this condition is false because 1 percentile 2 is equals to 1 and not equals to 0, right? So this particular condition is false, hence it is going to go to else if. Now y is 1 and this condition is again false, hence it is going to go to else. In else it is saying print value of y, correct? So in the first time it is going to print value as 1, right? So it is going to print 1. So we have one of the values as 1 over here. Now again the loop will go up. Now value of y will become 2. Okay, now the value of y has become 2. Now 2 modulus 2 is actually equals to 0. So this condition is true. It will go inside the loop. It says continue. So it is going to skip everything and then again go back. Now y is going to become 3, right? So let me just write this again. Now y has become 3, right? Now once y has become 3, this particular condition is false, correct? It goes to else if. Again y is equals to 8. This condition is also false. So it is going to go to else, and then in else it is going to print y. So next number that it is going to print is 3. So this is the way it is going to check again and again, and it is going to print 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay, so I really hope that the concept for this particular question was clear. Okay, main thing that you have to learn over here is how exactly continue works and how exactly break is going to work, and how the flow of the program is going to change based on continue and break. Okay, so this is how this particular program will run. So, and the answer for this particular question is C. So I really hope that the concept over here is clear, and I'm going to now quickly move to our last question of this class of the day, question number 17. So here's the question number 17. It's about the switch programming construct. Okay, have a look at the question number 17 and try to give the answer. Just say the question number and give the option. So Prithvish Banerjee says C. So Prithvish, I really hope that you are answering for question number 16 or 17. 16 we are already done. We are at question number 17 now. So Prithvish, okay, Chaitali is also saying for question number 16, but we are at question number 17, guys. So Pramod has given the first answer for 17th as A. Jagpati says A. Anand says A. Prithvish says 17 as D. Compile type error. Okay, Jagpati is even giving the answer. Break is not used there. Okay. So Jagpati, just keep the answer with yourself. Chaitanya is also giving the answer. Yeah, you both are correct. So both Chaitanya and Jagpati have given the answer that there is no break over there. So answer is option A. You are both correct. So, but I really request that you do not give the reason, just give the option so that the mystery and the surprise is not spoiled for the other guys who are on the class, right? Just give the answer, option number. But well done, you processed it correct. So now I'm going to show the tip related to this particular question. The tip is pretty simple. The tip says that when you're using a switch case construct, you have to use break in each case to terminate the switch. So this is the tip. Now I'm going to display the question again to you guys. So what you have learned from the tip, just try to use it and have a relook at this particular question and try to come up with the answer. A few of them have already answered correctly, but some of you who have not, just have a look. So for 17th, Anurag says D, Vijay Kumar says A. Okay, so now let me just give the answer to this particular question. So the answer is A, 1, 2, 3. And the reason is pretty simple, that in switch, after each case, right, after each case, you have to put a break statement. So when you put the break statement, okay, within this particular case, after this first line, if the second line is break statement, so after processing the first line, break will actually jump the flow outside the switch. Okay, now since break is not over here currently present, right, break we have not written. So what will happen is that case 1 will be processed, and then case 2 will also be processed, and then case 3 will also be processed, right? Since all the cases are going to be processed. Now over here in switch case, if you're not putting break, this is not a compilation error. This is not an error. This is just a simple, plain, silly mistake that a programmer might do. But this is not a compilation error. The Java compiler will not throw an error when it comes to this particular case. Okay, so it is not going to throw the error, but it is actually what it is going to do is it is going to process all the cases, and that you don't want. With switch case, you only want one of the cases to be processed. Okay, depending on the condition, right? So since break is not there, again, break is not there, so it is going to process all the 3 cases, hence the output is going to be 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I really hope you learned the concept of switch case over here, and this was our last question. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. So that was all we had from our last live class on this topic. I hope you enjoyed learning some good concepts. If you liked this video, do watch the other parts which cover more topics from AMCAT. If you wish to learn on YouTube by interacting live with our trainers, then do join our next live class on AMCAT by subscribing to our channel. So see you all soon. Until then, happy learning.